Greetings viewers and welcome back to Just Short of Fantastic. Here we are at the end of 2019 and I am so excited for 2020. As you can see, I'm filming this vlog pre-Christmas Day and I'm just taking a quick break from my cookie decorating, card writing, and gift wrapping to wish you all my customary season's greetings. So Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and whatever your spiritual status is, I want to wish you a safe and peaceful end to 2019 and best of luck in 2020. May 2020 bring you love, laughter, health, and happiness. Speaking of health and happiness, normally I keep the season's greeting video like super short because I know everyone is really busy at this time of year, but I'm hoping you'll indulge me for another minute or two longer because I have something really important that I would like to discuss. Story time! 10 years ago, I had a breast reduction surgery and it was the best decision I've ever made in my life. Until about 3 years ago when I started having shooting pains in my breasts. I ignored them for a year until finally my anxiety got the better of me and forced me to get my first mammogram. Pro tip, do not have your first mammogram in a foreign country. Honestly, it's not the most comforting procedure to begin with, and having it done to you by a nurse who doesn't speak your language and doesn't care one whit about you just takes all of that to the next level of traumatizing. Trust me on this and save yourself a horrific experience. Despite the lasting trauma of having my first mammogram done to me in a hospital in South Korea, I found out that the pain was being caused by calcifications, which are the buildup of calcium deposits in soft tissue. And I also discovered that despite reducing stress and caffeine, there really isn't anything that I can do about them, except schedule regular checkups to ensure that the benign lumps stay benign. So naturally, I waited 2 years between checks, despite the pain continuing on an almost daily basis during those 2 years. Finally, the pain was becoming too much and I decided that I had to go back. This time I went to a specialist hospital recommended to me by a friend, and the experience was far less traumatizing, and I will definitely be going back there next year for my next checkup. This time around I had 2 tightly clustered calcifications in my right breast, and that explained why I was having increasing pain. I have since learned that calcifications are fairly common in most women over 50, but only 1 in 10 women under 50 experience them. Lucky me! Well, I've always wanted to be unique, and they say be careful what you wish for. While these calcifications are usually benign, suspicious patterns can be a precursor to early breast cancer. So if you are experiencing any pain in your breasts, please get them checked out. When they're caught early, malignant calcifications are entirely treatable. This year has left me feeling overwhelmed by pretty much everything. So instead of buying and mailing my usual Christmas cards and gifts to distant family and friends, I made what was for me a really hard decision. I gave myself the gift of self-care. And not this capitalist treat yourself self-care, but actual self-care. I did my research, I asked for help from friends, and I booked an appointment at a hospital that is 3 hours away from where I live so that I could make sure this pain I'm experiencing is just pain and not something more sinister and potentially life-threatening. And I cannot stress this enough. If you are in pain, physically or mentally, please seek help. I know it's hard and I know it can be very stressful, but please take care of yourself. We need to take care of ourselves before we can take care of others. In that spirit, I will also be donating a small amount of money to 2 Korean organizations. The first is Ding Dong, an organization that I've talked about before. It's an LGBT youth support group. And the second is KUMFA, Korean Unwed Mothers Families Association. Links below if you would like to donate to either or both of those causes. Thank you so much in advance, and on that note, bring on 2020 and stay just short of fantastic.